Hello everyone, today is day number 21, two-step equations. I will not be having a Google Hangouts meet today. I have a meeting, so I will have one tomorrow on Wednesday and I'll have another one on Friday, okay? All right, so for today, the first page that you're going to see is similar to yesterday where we had one step. Today we have two-step equations. You're going to see a model and you'll have to identify what the correct equation is that represents that particular model, okay? So let's go ahead and look at a few examples that I created for you. All right, so the first one, we have 2x. Since we have 4 red units, take away 4 equals 2. Okay, so that's our equation. So you can just go ahead and solve it. Everybody knows that when we solve equations, we want to isolate x. X wants to be alone. So what is the opposite? The inverse of minus 4 is plus 4. We add 4 to both sides, draw a line, bring our 2x down, cross this out. 2x equals 6. To get rid of the 2, we divide 2 on both sides. Cross this out, x equals 3 because 6 divided by 2 is 3. So our solution is x equals 3, okay? Here's another example, and it may look like this. We have 3 red longs, so we have negative 3x because it's red, plus 6 equals negative 9. Okay, negative 9. So that's our equation. And go ahead and solve that. Negative 3x plus 6 equals negative 9. Okay, all right. So if you go ahead and isolate x by doing the opposite, so you would subtract 6 on both sides, draw your line. Negative 3x, bring down, cross this out. Negative 9 and negative 6 is negative 15. Divide negative 3 on both sides. Cross this out, and x equals 5. So your solution would be x equals 5, okay, in that case. All right, so here's another example. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 red long, so negative 4x plus 2 equals positive 18 because there are 18 positive yellow units. So that's our equation, and we'll go ahead and solve that. Negative 4x plus 2 equals 18, okay? We'll take away 2 on both sides, draw our line, bring our negative 4x down, cross out our 2. 18 take away 2 is 16, and we will divide negative 4 on both sides. Cross this out. X equals 16 divided by negative 4 is going to be negative 4, so our solution is x equals negative 4, okay? All right, so the next page looks like this. You'll have some equations to solve, two-step equations, and you'll have to drag drop your solutions. Okay, so let's just go over what some of those problems may look like. Here they are. All right, so in the first problem, we have 6m plus 5 equals 35. We want to isolate m, so we're going to take away 5 on both sides, draw our line, bring down your 6m, cross this out. 35 take away 5 is 30. And to get rid of the 6, we'll divide it on both sides, cross it out. M equals 30 divided by 6 is 5. So the first one is m equals 5. The next one we have w divided by negative 2 plus 9 equals 24. Well, the opposite of division is multiplication, so we will multiply negative 2 on both sides. Okay? Negative 2 on both sides to each term, actually. Okay? So 24 times negative 2. All right, so we have a 2 and a 2, so we cross it out. W, 9 times negative 2 is negative 18, and 24 times negative 2 is negative 48. Okay, so to get rid of the negative 18, we do the opposite, which is positive 18 on both sides. Draw your line, bring down your W, cross out your 18, and negative 48 plus 18 is negative 30. So your solution is W equals negative 30. The next one, we have negative 3C minus 9 equals negative 18. Add 9 to both sides. Bring down your 3C, cross out your 9. 18 plus 9 is negative 9. Divide negative 3 on both sides. Cross this out. Negative 9 divided by negative 3 is 3, so your answer would be C equals 3, okay, for that problem. The next page that you have looks like this. You'll have 2 word problems. You'll have to drag drop the equations and the solutions. So let's look at some problems that you may find, okay? So Annie has a $20 gift card to a jewelry store. She buys 2 bracelets that are each the same price. If she now has $5.60 on her gift card, what was the price of each bracelet? So the first thing that we want to do is create our equation. We know that she has a $20 gift card. Take away 2 bracelets that she buys. We don't know what the price is, so we'll say take away 2x, right, for the price, equals $5.60 that she has left on her gift card. So that is the equation. So let's go ahead and solve that. So in order to solve that, x wants to be alone. So the opposite of positive 20 is negative 20. So we'll take away 20 on both sides. Draw your line, cross this out. Bring down your negative 2x, and 560 minus 20 is negative 1440. To get rid of the negative 2, we divide negative 2 on both sides, and we have x equals $7.20, okay? So that's your answer there. The next type of problem that you might have is Ken has $35 in his checking account. If Ken has $4.40 less than 2 times the amount that Mia has in her account, what is the amount of money in Mia's account? So the first thing we need to do is create our equation. Well, what do we know in this case? We know that if Ken has $4.40 less than 2 times the amount, so 2 times, that's 2x, right? And he has less $4.40 minus $4.40 equals the $35 that he has in his checking account. Okay, so that would be our equation. Let's go ahead and solve that. We know that x wants to be alone, so we will add $4.40 on both sides because that is the opposite. Draw your line, bring down your 2x, cross this out, and 35 plus $4.40 is $39.40. We'll divide 2 on both sides, cross out your 2, and x, 39.4 divided by 2 equals 19.7 or $19.70, okay? And the last type of problem that you will see, again, we're still working on 2-step equations. Looks like this. We have some shapes, you have 4 word problems, and you have to solve them. So let's look at what one of those problems might look like. Okay, so here we have the perimeter of the rectangle is 68 feet. What is the measure of the rectangle's longest side? Well, this is the longest side, right? And we know that perimeter, we add up all the sides. So we have x plus 5x minus 2 plus 5x minus 2 equals 68 feet, because that's what it says off there. So how many x's do we have? 1, 2, 5, and 5. So that is 12x. And we have negative 2, negative 2. So now we add those together. We have negative 4 equals 68. So let's solve that. We're going to add 4 to both sides. draw our line 12x, cross this out. 68 plus 4 is 72. We will divide 12 on both sides, cross this out. 72 divided by 12 is 6. So x equals 6, but we still want to look at the longest side. So we'll substitute 6 for x. So 5x minus 2 is the longest side. 5 times 6, because again, we're substituting 6, minus 2. 5 times 6 is 30. 30 minus 2 is 28. So our longest side is 28 feet, okay? So go ahead and try your problem sets for two-step equations. And again, if you ever have any questions, meet me in our Google Hangouts and we will go over them. Bye-bye.